What's going on, my precious gems? Thank you for tuning in to Channel 4. I'm your host, Fore.K, and welcome to the Week 1 battle of playoffs for the WSS, the World Showdown Series, against my boy Poise, coach of the Miami Heatmors. And this is crazy that we're actually in playoffs. We're actually kind of behind in the battle, so I'm trying to spin today to get both of these recorded and possibly up same day, just so you guys can see where we're at in the WSS. So here we actually brought the same exact team that we used the last time that we battled him, and I think his team is the same as well. I want to say that he brought Mega Aggron, so if he had Mega Aggron, because he didn't have Mega Blastoise, if I'm right. I can't remember, but before we get into this battle, if you guys want to show your Austin Aggrons some love by leaving a like on the video, as well as commenting anything that you would like below in regards to the battle, or maybe what you would have brought differently on the team. Let's get a discussion going down there, you guys. And if you are new to the channel, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button to add yourself to the Stash of Gems, as well as follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and checking me out on my Discord channel, because that is a dead channel, you guys, and the only way to bring it back to life is to bring people in there. So definitely come and hang out in there, you guys. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna press this play button. Boop. So he's gonna lead off into his superior as I go into Uxie. He goes for the glare, which is kind of surprising that he brought that on this set. Maybe I don't know, I always go like a full out like special attacker set on superiors, so I'm gonna go for a U-turn and go into Toph, because I know that at this point I have a chance to OHKO the superior with a U-turn. So he's gonna actually switch out into his Blastoise as I go for the U-turn, and I'm actually gonna go into Uxie here, so I can either paralyze him or set my rocks up. Yes, he is a rapid spinner, possibly, but I wanted to go ahead and get the paralyze off, as he actually does get the first turn para, which does kind of suck, but not entirely, just because it was the turn that I paralyzed him in the first place. And I go for the Stealth Rocks as he goes for Roar, and I don't want Toph to stay in on this Blastoise at all. He could Ice Beam me, he could Scald me, whatever, so I'm going to U-turn out as he actually does go for the Scald, and it's not going to hurt Uxie at all. This is a max HP, max special defense Uxie that we're talking about here, you guys. He's fat. He is actually fat. So he's going to eat up the Scald, and I'm going to knock off those annoying leftovers, because I just want to get as much chip damage off on this guy as possible. And I'm pretty sure that this was like a fully defensive Blastoise that we're talking about here. So he roars me into my Charizard. I go for the D-Claw to get some free damage off. He Scalds, and I don't want to take too much Scald damage. I don't want to have to rely on Roost, so I switch into Uxie, and he gets parried. I go for the knockoff to just get some extra damage off, and it's just this weird exchange of like Scalds and knockoffs until I finally go for the U-turn, get a crit, and he roars me back out actually into my Uxie. So I'm gonna hit him with another knockoff, as I guess he thought he was gonna I was gonna switch again, actually. So I just was playing some mind games there, and I'm just knocking this thing off until it faints, because I don't want to deal with this Blastoise anymore in this battle. He is a hazard to quite a bit of my mons, depending on what he wants to do and considering how bulky he is. So it sucks that he got paralyzed so much, actually. Like, I feel bad, because I normally don't care if it's like ladder battles or whatever, but if it's league battles, especially against my friends, like, I just feel bad. I feel really bad. So I U-turn out into Toph as he goes into the Flygon, and in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have U-turned, so I wouldn't have given him like a free switch, but this thing can actually do nothing to me in the first place, so I'm just gonna go for knockoff as he goes for the U-turn and goes into his Florges. So I couldn't do anything to this Florges. I was choiced into knockoff, and I have to bring him back, go into Uxie, and he's gonna go for the Protect, I guess, scouting to see what I was gonna do. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch on to Yuxi, and he's starting to set up Calm Minds in my face, and I'm sitting there paralyzed for 2 turns in a row. I'm literally getting cucked out on how I'm possibly gonna get ass fucked in this battle right now. So he fires off a Moonblast and takes out 50% of my health. You know how much that is coming from a Yuxi? So I'm angry. I'm angry now, so I want to paralyze him. I don't care. This isn't Gen 7 yet. I'm not gonna miss, and I'm gonna paralyze him. And he actually is paralyzed the next turn, which kind of sucks. Like, he actually started getting some para hacks. And it was not a good time for him. He goes for the wish, and I'm paralyzed, and I'm gonna switch out into my Gardevoir to go for the Psy Shock since he's so bulky and special defense now. And as he goes for the Moonblast and gets that wish recovery, I'm gonna fire off a Psy Shock, and that does so much. And he does get paralyzed, and that para actually mattered. Twice in a row he couldn't protect. So, and I got a crit Psy Shock. Like, why? Sativa, you need to calm down. You're being a savage right now. So he goes into his Superior, and I'm here. I'm ready to let my Yuxi die off. So I'm okay with him getting the +2 special attack. He's definitely not Choice Scarfed in any manner. And I'm just gonna go for the U-turn, knock out the Superior, and switch out into my Gardevoir again. So I'm gonna trace his Levitate because he goes out into the Flygon, and this is awesome because none of his stab moves can hit me now. And he goes for the U-turn, as I'm just gonna go ahead and fire off a Moonblast into his Diego, and it just hit me that it, like, is this an Ice Age reference? If this is actually an Ice Age reference, like, that's hilarious. But he does go into the Shadow Ball on my Lando T. It looks like he was. Oh no, I had switched. I'm sorry. I'm getting all behind. So I U-turn out, kill off Diego, go into Sativa as he goes into Diddy Kong. He U-turns out because he really, I guess because he was, I know that this thing was choiced, but I don't know why he didn't want to. Oh, probably because of my Hitmontop and my Lando T. So he Dragon Claws my Hitmontop. It doesn't do much. I'm max HP as I go for the close combat to take him out. And at this point, I feel like I'm free to preserve the 4-0, honestly. And because I want to play on that differential game, you know. So I'm gonna switch into his Infernape, and it's gonna get 2 close combats off on me. And I think the second one was a low roll. I think if it was maybe like 1% higher, then that would have been the death of Toph. But I could have easily gone into Hitmontop or Conkeldurr and gotten a Mach Punch off, no problem. So good game to my boy Poise. Go ahead and check him out. I'll be linking his channel down in the description below. And it was a good battle. It sucks how hacksy it was though, and it ended up being like a very inner meme of like when your friend haxes you out of playoffs. And I feel bad, but it was a fun match, win or lose. Like, it was actually really fun. It was good being able to battle him again, and again, definitely be sure to check his channel out. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the battle here. So again, if you liked the video, definitely be sure to like it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and my Discord channel. And I'm gonna get up out of here and bounce. So thank you guys for tuning in to Channel 4. I'm your host, Frosty Cones, signing off. Peace.